Like, I'm just gonna vent. I'm just gonna be honest. So this video is gonna be like a lot different than before, than usual. But like, I feel like I need to do this because I've been saying this for years. It's just like they never like in every meta. If you're an OG player, you would know exactly what I'm talking about. Anyways, I mean, like, if you know the Brig meta, the fucking goats meta, like these broken metas, it only happens because the balance change is so unhealthy. Anyways, moving on. This is a good change. Um, I like this. Even needed to be buffed, but yet again, this is the kind of route that I guess they should go instead of over buffing, slightly buffing. But yet again, this is a pretty good buff. Projectile speed increase from 40 to 50. That means your micro missiles will travel faster. Movement speed and penalty reduced from 40 to 30. That means when you're shooting your primer fire and diva, you move 10% quicker. Yet again, like, as much as you hate Doomfist, as much as I hate Doomfist, as much as we all hate Doomfist, yet again, a nerf that is unnecessary because it's so unfair. It's so unfair for a tank player to get nerfed. It's so unfair because Doomfist is already not the best considering we're playing on a Bastion Sombra meta. Yet again, I feel like this is unfair for Doomfist. But as much as I hate the character, as much as I hate him, I feel like this is a very, very unfair nerf and unnecessary and unneeded. Because anything that he does could be just cleansed, could be just, I don't know. I just feel like this is a really unwarranted nerf. But Doom players will definitely, as much, I mean, if the numbers are like pretty minor, but it will definitely, like, the Doom player will definitely feel the nerf. Winston, yet again, a bullshit change, irrelevant change instead of actually changing something that matters to Winston. Yet, like, who actually fucking uses that ability? I swear to God, I keep forgetting that Winston has secondary fire. It's so bad. You literally tickle people with it. There's like nothing dies with that. Like, dude, yet again, like it's just whatever. Like I give up on the balance changes. So like whatever. Like this is a shit um change. It does not it does not benefit the character in any way. Because the one thing that is supposed to be, or it should be good against, which is support from poking them from far away, but they have to fucking support passive. Like they can just, yeah, whatever, dude. Anyways, Bastion nerf. Now, this is a pretty significant nerf. This is a pretty strong nerf. This is a nerf that would actually possibly, potentially kill the character. Yet again, I feel like killing a character is never a good thing. The whole reason Bastion got a small rework last season is because he's already niche. Okay, like the big rework on Overwatch 2 got released. It was really fun. They definitely nailed it on that one. But you already buffed him and you gave him a more some sort of rework because you're like, oh, he's bad. Let's buff him into the meta. Yet again, I disagree. I have always disagreed with that. Buffing anything into relevancy is a bad way to go instead of attacking the core issue. Now, Bastion was already kind of alright, but after the rework, I'm not gonna lie, it definitely made him broken. He needed slight tuning down, which they did. The last nerf, I actually agreed with the last nerf that they gave him, but this one is just straight up could kill the character. 2 seconds, guys. 1 second in this game matters, let alone two. And talking about the configuration form, like the main thing that matters in Bastion, because keep in mind, sometimes you actually pop that ability not to do damage, but to get that a damage reduction. So sometimes maybe you just find yourself to wasting that ability. Now you're gonna get punished for it. And the weapon spread is pretty big, guys. I cannot express how big of an nerf this is, but because yet again, I don't feel like Bastion was the problem. I feel like the supports are way too good at keeping him alive for free that he looked broken. You know? Because we've like Bastion exceeds when the teamwork is good. The peels he get. But don't punish the character for Because the supports are too good to keep him alive. Because I do not like I like every hero to be relevant in the meta. I don't want to see Bastion going back to the days where we rarely see him. I like every hero to be somewhat relevant to the meta. This nerf is pretty huge, but I guess we'll see how it plays out into the season. But I personally wouldn't have nerfed Bastion to be honest. Like I feel like he was doing pretty fine. Yes, he was good. Yes, he was good. But this counterplays to him. It's not like he's just like existing there for free. I personally don't think Bastion needed a nerf. Maybe a slight tuning down. Like maybe instead of the 10%, I would have given it 5%, and that's about it. But this is a straight up nerf. And I feel like it's just supports were way too good at keeping him alive. Like Illari puts a turret up top, Baptiste doesn't anymore and just heals them to existence. So, yeah, we're gonna go to Cassidy yet again. A bullshit nerf, unneeded nerf that I'm actually mind blown. I'm actually mind blowing, mind blown. That guys, I'm gonna tell you why this is such a bad nerf. Goes to show that the people who are responsible for the balancers in Overwatch, they actually have no brain. When you touch a character, you have to consider which meta you're playing in and which heroes are good, and if the character actually is good or not. Cassidy is like, I'm not saying he's one of the worst heroes, but one of the least performing good heroes out of the all hit scans. Ashe, Soldier, Widow are way better than McCree. That's a fact. And keep in mind, we're playing in a Sombra meta. Doomfist players are all over the fucking place. The very one consistent counter that does alright against them is Cassidy. You land that nade on the Sombra, she gets punished. You land that nade on the fucking ball, on the Doomfist, it's already 10-second cooldown. And you already nerfed the nade before. It doesn't follow the people as much as it used to before. So another such a straight bullshit. Like I swear to God, they're gonna kill the character. Guys, I don't want to sound biased because I'm a Pharah player and I hate Cassidy. Out of the old hit scans, I feel like Cassidy. I've always said Cassidy is the most unfair one. Yet again, I'm a Cassidy hater and I'm disagreeing with the nerf. I don't know, like, anyways, main nerf, whatever. She's good. She's one of the top DPS in the game. 10%, whatever. Anyways, like, most of the time you're spraying that shit to get the damage. So a 10% nerf to the CC, whatever. Like, it's not gonna kill the character in any way. A slight tuning down, I don't mind. A buff to Sombra. I mean, guys, I admit the EMP is the single worst thing about her kit right now because it pretty much does nothing. Like the 10%, 10%. Now she gets her ultimate 10% faster, whatever. But I feel like Sombra will still be good. I mean, this is buff. Why am I saying that? So I feel like Sombra needed just a little tune down. Like that virus burst down. Anyways, Symmetra, God bless Symmetra getting a nerf. God bless Samito getting a nerf, dude. Like, too much healing in the game, keeping this fucking character alive. My voice is dying. And with too much healing, and like it just keeps her alive forever. And she makes tanks' life miserable. And any fucking character that makes tanks' life miserable for free is so unfair. Now here's the thing. For example, Bastion makes tank's life miserable, but he's punishable. He's like easily punishable. You bait out the turret mode, and then you go in. But Symmetra has no downtime. She can laser you down for free from a mile away. And if you try to push her, you have to look up, destroy 3 turrets, and by the time you destroy 3 turrets, then she puts another 3 turrets, and now keep in mind, okay? After you're dealt with another 3 turrets, the one time you're like, hi, gotcha, she TPs away. That if she didn't get healed up by the time you spend killing 6 turrets. We're in a, this change doesn't matter a lot, like 10% to the whatever. It's just Sombra is way too good for Widow to function probably these days, so, I feel like this yet again, like I feel like it's insignificant for me to I like it just doesn't do anything. It doesn't change anything. It doesn't break the game. I guess it's just like okay something to have because keep in mind you're going Widowmaker to get the one shot. If you're playing Widowmaker and you're not getting you're not getting consistent headshots, you are quote unquote throwing. That's a fact. So now here's the changes, the support changes that we've been waiting for, and this is just guys, I swear my head hurts when I read it, and my head hurts, my soul hurts every time I look at it. They attacked the wrong thing, and honestly, me as a support player, Ana was my favorite support to play, and I personally will not play Ana. And if you play Ana, I will tell you honestly, most of the time you would want to avoid her. Now, here's the thing: supports are the best role in the game. That's a fact. Okay, but when I say that, that doesn't mean that everyone in the role needed to be nerfed. My eyes were on very specific characters that needed to be nerfed. Okay? And more specifically, the passive. The passive is what makes them look quote unquote OP. It's because they do not need to use their abilities on themselves because they got the passive, you know? They want less peels and they can just be oppressive and yeeting their abilities onto you. Now here is the thing. Guys, for the past 5 balance changes, okay, or I don't know, like 4 or 3, they kept nerfing Ana back to back for absolutely no reason. Ana is already a high skill support. Like when you look at this support hero, support role, the support heroes, she's one of the more demanding in the skill department. Now, you're making her really next to like I don't know why you're punishing people for knowing how to play a character, a skilled character of all. Ana is not a free click ability win like a pylon, like Lifeweaver. I hate that character with all my fiber in my body. I'm gonna leave him to last. I'm gonna save Lifeweaver to the last because I'm actually gonna spend 10 minutes talking about him. Now here's the thing: Ana's all about nade. Okay, you already nerfed the sleep last patch, making it sleeping tanks useless 3 seconds, like because they get affected about 2 seconds and then they wake up immediately. You nerfed her healing and her damage a few patches ago. You nerfed her nade a few patches ago. You nerfed her the healing that she does by primary fire. Now you're coming at the one thing that you pick Ana for. And keep in mind, Kiriko exists. Do not forget that Kiriko exists in the game. A direct Ana counter. You're buffing, you're nerfing the one thing that you go Ana for, which is the anti-nade. The one thing that counters the stupid fucking overhealed meta. And keep in mind, 10 seconds is already a long cooldown. Like, you're making it 12 seconds. I know it's only 2 seconds, but I cannot tell you how strong and nerf it is. This means right now you will get punished so fucking hard if you try to nade yourself. If you try to nade the enemy. Like, 2 seconds, guys? 0.5 seconds matters, let alone 2 seconds. This is really, really, really... Like, I'm afraid that... yes, they did say Ana was the single most used hero in the entire game last season, but it's because you got the new skin. I swear the one character that did not need to be nerfed in this patch was Ana, but she keeps getting nerfed for no reason back to back. It's not like you get free value if you go Ana. You actually need to aim. You actually need to position yourself well. You actually need to land your nades. You actually need to make a decision whether to nade yourself or nade the enemy team. And when you nade the enemy team, you know you're exposed because you have no way to heal yourself. And you actually, her sleep dart is a very skilled shot. Most of the time we miss it. So I'm afraid that Ana will straight up be erased from from the meta these days, but I honestly will not be surprised because yet again we're gonna go to Lifeweaver at the end. Um, Baptiste, I'm honestly like I don't understand the balance chain. Like the team, I feel like they're high on drugs or anything. Like they buffed Baptiste a couple seasons ago, and they're like, oh, he's we want his immortality field to be more frequent, and now they're nerfing again. I don't like he did not need to be he did not need it to be buffed in the first place. I'm a big fan of Baptiste personally. I'm not saying he's probably one of the best, not supports, heroes in the game. But yet again, I personally would not have nerfed Baptiste. If I want to nerf Baptiste, I would nerf like the HP, that's fine. But yet again, it doesn't really matter because usually you eat it around the corner. But it will matter, like that nerf. I'm not. It's a very strong nerf, but the cooldown nerf, because it making cooldowns because 25 it's already high. Like you cannot increase the cooldowns any longer than this, because you're gonna make people like as much as we all know that the role is broken. Like you're gonna punish people now for using their abilities wrong. Like I saw or I heard ML7 saying a really cool idea to even Samito to balance supports. More frequent abilities, less impact abilities. That is the way to go in support. But like higher cooldowns and like big values, you miss that one emo and that's it. You're done for. I disagree with the route that they're taking, because increasing the cooldown and in a character, because we're playing Overwatch, it's all about abilities, you know. Increasing the cooldowns make it's the supports will at some by time they will feel like like this. What I'm trying to say is this balance change is not going to satisfy the people who are complaining about supports, nor the people who actually play supports. This balance change is not helping anybody. Not the issue. Not that people. It's just gonna just make the game even more frustrating, because this changes are straight up affecting people who are playing supports right now. Like they're punishing you for using your abilities. Longer cooldowns means the game for people who play support are going to be so boring, and for the average player are going to get punished so hard for using that one wrong immortality field. You know? Illari gets a very yet again, so here's the thing. Massive nerf, yet does not fix the issue for Illari. The primary fire gets such a fucking big nerf. I'm actually, yet again, I hope it doesn't kill the character, because reducing the projectile size is so fucking massive. They fucking cut it by half. That means it's not as forgiving as before. Yet again, she's already a skilled character. You need to fucking aim with her. Punishing people for aiming is not the way to go. I feel like her pylon needs to be fucking completely reworked. Now they say that they nerfed the pylon HP from 75 to 50, and they increased the cooldown when destroying to 15 seconds. Yet again, I mean, it is a pretty significant nerf, because now you can one-shot the pylon. For example, Pharah's rocket is 120. Now it goes to 100, so Pharah can one-shot. A lot of stuff can one-shot the pylon, but yet again, that's not the problem. The problem is, you put it in one spot, and it just stays there forever. And if you put it at a good spot, it cannot be destroyed. That's the thing. Like, I can actually link Samito's video. He explains this issue very. I feel like what I'm trying to say, Samito said this better, and probably you'd get my point from there. So I'm gonna link his video in the description for you guys. So, but like, pylon needs to be. This is not the way to go with the pylon. Like right now, you're punishing people for fucking putting pylon in the wrong position. You're punishing the average player, not a good Illari. Like, not the character itself. Like Illari, she can put her pylon at an angle that is impossible for you to access, and if you try to access, you have to use all of your cooldowns to get to it, and that is unfair. Because it doesn't matter if you lower the HP. The problem is it stays there forever. It stays there forever. She puts it at an angle that you cannot access, you cannot push, And their DPS, whoever that plays next to Illari, is like unkillable. Yet again, I did not get to Lifeweaver. I'm saving Lifeweaver at the end. I feel like this is just not the way to go. The primary Pharah is a significant nerf, but yet again, you're punishing the good player, because her primary Pharah is already like not the easiest thing to hit. It's a skill shot ability. And the pylon is actually such a disappointing change. Yet again, like as a DPS player, as a tank, this is why I quit tank, because everything gets healed up for free. And the pylon does way too much. And yet again, they did not touch the pylon's healing output. So, because this is what makes tank's life miserable. Tank's damage is irrelevant. This is what I'm talking about. Yet again, I did not come to Lifeweaver. She puts it at an angle that you cannot access. Like, for example, first point attack on Paraisu. That bridge. If she puts it below the bridge, and you're defending, okay, and the attack in Illari puts it under the bridge, there's no way for you to get it. If you try to get it, you'll be overextending and you'll be punished. Best case scenario, you got the turret, you got the turret, but you're dead. That's what I'm talking about. Again, this is just a joke. They're nerfing the Suzu by 1 second. By 1 second. Baptiste has a 25 cooldown immortality field, okay? That can be destroyed, that has a counterplay. Yet, Suzu gets 1 second increase. It's just a joke. It's just a joke, honestly. Bab is just a more skilled version, like 10 times more skilled than Kiriko, yet Kiriko is the free version. I don't understand. I actually don't understand. She has a better ultimate, a better ability. This is just a joke. Hers got increased by 1 second, all right, and Baptiste's 25 fucking cooldown, because the issue with Kiriko is her abilities has no counterplay. No counterplay. Baptiste has counterplay. You poke him, force Emor, go in. Keep in mind that Emor can be destroyed as well. But the Suzu has no counterplay. She eats it, she saves everybody, she cleanses everybody, whatever you do. It's such a broken ability. I actually, you have no idea how. This is again, as a tank player, if you commit your abilities, for example, you're playing Ramatra, okay? That poor character, man. You're landing your punches, okay? If the thing is, if you do not secure a kill when you're on your Nemesis form, you are fucked, because you're gonna get slept, naded, or whatever. And then fucking Kiriko, you see a low HP target, you pick a target, you commit, you use your Nemesis form to punch, you put that character to 1 HP, and Kiriko comes in, TP, Suzu, and everything you have done goes for nothing. And now you ended up looking like an idiot, overextending, having no ability to escape or to get out, because you already used it to brawl, to attack. But Suzu comes in, denies everything you did, cleanses everything you did, heals up everything you did, and now you are in a very bad situation. Most of the time, you're dead. This is why I hate the Bab nerf, because in my opinion, Bab, you guys have to always understand, when something is strong, it doesn't mean that they're broken. Bab is strong. Bab mechanically, Bab fundamentally, he's broken. He's just, the way that he's made, that's it. But the thing is, he has counterplay. It's not like you go Bab, you get a free win. Yes, might win more games, but you actually need to be skilled. You need to have brain. You need to know when to land the Emor. But yet again, you're not immortal. That Emor can be destroyed. So if someone just yeeted everything into immortality, that's on them, because they always need to know that if they want to ult, if they want to Diva Bomb, if they want to Blossom, Visor, they always need to fucking know that the Bab doesn't have Emor, or if they have Emor, they need to shoot the Emor. But Suzu has nothing like that. And it's on, this 10-second difference. 10-second difference between Suzu and Immortality Field. Okay, I'm gonna leave Lifeweaver to the end. I'm not gonna start. Okay, Zenyatta, guys. like before Lifeweaver, I hated Zenyatta for the longest time. I've always said he's broken, but yet again, just because he is, but yet again, this is I was exaggerating. Like he is broken, but he has counterplay. As long as that character that I fucking hate has counterplay, I have no problem. Now, here's the thing. Zenyatta by nature is a glass cannon, and you get value by having you're trading the heals for more impactful damage. His heals is pretty good, not gonna lie. He has pocket potential, but he is very punishable with bad positioning, and he has lower HP compared. He has shields and HP. Um, the Discord does a lot of work for him. The main reason you go Zenyatta is for that trade-off, healing for damage. That Discord does a lot of work. Zenyatta by nature keeps oppressive characters in check, so they do not take over the meta, like fucking Zarya, like Orisa. The very one character that's actually good against these two is Zenyatta. Okay, now keep in mind, Brawl characters, Brawl team comp get punished so hard by Zenyatta. Bastion himself, as much as you guys hate Bastion, Zenyatta is good for the meta. Zenyatta is good to be relevant in the meta because he counters these kind of heroes. He outpokes them from afar, and Discord does work against them. They cannot just poke for free. You killing that character, you nerfing that character. The one thing about him, you will like. This is the kind of change that I'm talking about. If you like balance if you like change a character or balance something about a character in the wrong way, you are straight up buffing multiple few plenty heroes together. This is the fucking thing about Overwatch. That's why when you balance a hero, you have to be very, very careful and you consider everything before touching a character. Now here's the thing. Harmony Orb, the healing orb. First of all, his health gets increased from 50 to 75. So he has 225 HP. Now I'm gonna just say this and then talk about what. So they're taking the route where Zenyatta can be quote unquote tanky like Lifeweaver. I disagree. I completely disagree because Zenyatta should not be like that. Like, so here's the thing. Let's go over the change first. Time to wear off when not in line. Basically, the healing orb gets buffed from 3 to 5 seconds. So whoever that you applied healing orb, harmony orb to, they can still have that orb for 5 seconds after breaking LOS. So 2-second buff. Pretty significant buff, but yet again, not like I just don't think it's just we'll make Zenyatta strong. We'll fucking make him OP. Not really. I mean, everyone is saying like if you watch Samito or whatever, a lot of people are saying it's like maybe in the highest of tier ranks if you like give that orb to Genji or Tracer, but yet again like in other elos you don't see that many Tracers or Genji, so like you're buffing a character in a very, very situational, very specific scenario that will you rarely will happen. Very wrong way to buff a character, like to change a character, bro. Like I'll never understand honestly. Now here's the thing that I feel like this could be the GG's for Zenyatta. Now this change, I like that they're trying different things, but I feel like Zenyatta will, I don't want to say dead, like but they definitely killed the character. They nailed it. If their objective was to kill the character, they did it. Now here's the thing. Zenyatta can no longer reapply Discord to the same target for 7 seconds after it has been removed. I did say last patch when they nerfed his range from 40 to 30, it was such a significant nerf because he had to play aggressive. He had to peek a choke to apply Discord. That alone was such a big nerf to Discord and to Zenyatta himself as a character. Now you are nerfing the one thing like that. Like, why are you buffing everything else and nerfing the one thing that he's good at? The one thing that you want Zenyatta on your team is for that Discord. Guys, I'm sorry, but we're gonna see more Orissas. We're gonna see probably more Bastions. Kiloways. That is such a big nerf. Man, I feel like Zenyatta gets that change out of it. Like, you see, guys, the one character we never complain about gets that big fucking wham, you know? And here's the thing. If you're, I honestly feel bad for people who are in Diamond and below. You're gonna see more Zaryas. You're gonna see more Orissas. If you're an Orissa or a Zarya main, congratulations, you're the biggest of winners. The one thing that makes a tank think twice about their positioning is the Discord. Guys, I swear to you, I cannot emphasize how huge of a nerf this is, because I can see Zarya being meta this season, because the one thing that punishes Zarya, because Zarya she doesn't even need to break LOS to break the Discord. She can just click one button, she clicks the bubble, and you cannot apply Discord again for 5 seconds, and by the time you want to apply Discord again on that Zarya, she would have her bubble again. So Zenyatta definitely got the hammer. And you're buffing dumbass characters like Zarya. Like right now, this nerf means Zarya Orisa automatically gets buffed, by default automatically. Zarya Orisa getting buffed. Not something that you want to see, because Orisa and Zarya are already pretty good. They already got buffed to fucking oblivion, and the supports are way too good at keeping these characters alive. So you're nerfing the one thing that actually dealt pretty well against them. Keep in mind, you just reworked a character to make it even more broken. The Sombra is way too good, and Zenyatta was already, like, you never really see Zenyatta these days, because Zenyatta is a free kill to Sombra, because she's way too good at bursting a squishy down. I personally, as a fucking player, this is not healthy for the game. You want every character to be relevant. You want counterplays. Now, as a tank player, I would say yes, this is a good change. But I'm a fair person. I'm looking at everything from every perspective. If I'm playing against Zenyatta, guys, this is where a good tank excels from a bad tank. It's a skill to play against Zenyatta. It will make you very, playing these hard team comps, playing these difficult, impossible, frustrating team comps is what makes a person a better player at Overwatch. Playing against Zenyatta is not an easy thing. It takes fucking skill to play against him. You need to know when to peek him. You need to know when to drop your shield, when to use that ability. You play differently against Zenyatta, and that should not ever be changed, because that's how Zenyatta works. It put pressure on you. Yes, it makes that tank's life miserable. Yes, it shouldn't be a free ability, but it's not like he's uncounterable. Like, the range increase, the range decrease was the way to go. Maybe reduce the Discord, the LOS breaking, but 7 seconds not being applied to the tank again, I feel like it's a pretty big deal. Now, last but not least, Lifeweaver, the balance team is a joke. When I say support is strong, I mainly mean Lifeweaver. Guys, I cannot express how stupid, how broken, how dumb this character is. And it shouldn't be. No character in Overwatch should have this much of free abilities, free wins, free everything on them. Now here's the thing. Lifeweaver has the highest healing output in the entire game. He has deadly damage output. If you can push him, that the secondary fire is not something to mess around with. His flower is on a 12-second cooldown. It stays in there for 10 seconds. It has an HP of Orion's shield, probably. I don't know. What is it? 800, 900? I don't know. It stays there for 10 seconds. You only have 2 seconds of exploitable. He gets 50 HP, uh, 50 HP on one button. He has a fucking passive. Okay, you have to keep that in mind. And he has a 225 HP. For some reason, they wanted to give Lifeweaver more HP. His fucking tree, like, I honestly, I do not know what to say. The fact that they did not touch the one thing that is so frustrating to go. His tree is so broken. Have to the tree of life, more like the tree of pain and suffering. They nerfed his ammo, um, reduced his primary healing from 20 to 16. 20 was way too much already to begin with. But yet again, 16 will still be fucking too, like, it will still be good. Like, it's not like it's gonna kill the hero. He'll still be good. Keep in mind, most of the time you're holding that R2, or like if you're on PC or Xbox, I don't know. You're holding that primary fire to pre-heal an incoming damage. So most of the time you don't even need 20. 16 is still a lot in my opinion. Keep in mind, Ana would has what, like 12 shots, and you miss half of them. Lifeweaver, you never miss, and you do so many. Like, it's crazy. If you compare Lifeweaver to any support in the game, here's the thing, and his max get to 5, it does not matter because most of the time you don't even hold it for that long. Okay, the life game cooldown gets from 16 to 19. Yet again, I feel like yes, this will be a pretty. The life game nerf, yes, it's like you will feel the like I said, 1 second is too much. Now, let alone 3 or 4. So you will feel the life game nerf, but life Lifeweaver will still be the best support in the entire game. The very thing. He does not have counterplay. Lifeweaver, like the one character in the entire game that is so hard to push, that is so punishing to push him. You cannot you cannot commit on Lifeweaver. I'm telling you, if you commit on Lifeweaver on a tank or a DPS, you are throwing most of the time, and it's not supposed to be like that. He has a flower to vertically go up, okay, breaking the game, breaks the LOS completely with the flower. The flower has too much of an HP to actually shoot it down, so most of the time you actually forced to completely disengage from the fight. And let's say you somehow managed, you have like a vertical, but like Genji, you can dash, you can like go into him after he uses his flower. He has literally 50 HP in pocket if he uses his dash. You see what I'm talking about? The Lifeweaver is so broken, like, and somehow if you manage to pressure him, you can just pull something into you and you're fucked. If you're playing Soldier, if you're playing McCree, you have Visor, he puts the tree up. Not only it out heals anything, but it actually completely, it's like a sim wall. Like, no support should have that power. I always say it, the Lifeweaver tree is like a trance, a beat, and a sim shield. A beat because it gives you overhealth, or rally, okay, for that matter. A trance because it heals that area for too long. It gives you really good heals. Sim shield because you can use it as cover. He is 3 fucking ultimates in 1 ultimate, and no character in Overwatch should have that much of power. And he gets it way too fast. It does AoE healing. AoE fucking healing. A tree that does AoE healing. And I'm pretty sure the range in that AoE is pretty big. But here's the thing, because Zenyatta, for example, when he trances, he actually needs to go in there. He needs to move to actually trance and heal that very specific person. And that 1 or 2 seconds, like he uses 1 second to get in there and trance, and 1 second to actually get out. So 2 seconds of that trance shouldn't really, like, you don't count it, because 1, he uses it to actually go to the person that he wants to trance, and 1, he uses it to trance out and get back to his positioning. But Lifeweaver can put the tree anywhere he wants from wherever he wants. That's the most stupid thing about it. And guys, his pocket heal is the single best pocket heal you could ever get in a game. If you're playing DPS, you'd rather be pocketed by Lifeweaver than Mercy. If you're playing DPS or tank, and if you see a person that being healed up by Lifeweaver, you cannot, nothing you do gets out healed by it. That's the most stupid thing about it. As much as Moira has really good healing output, but you can burst people through her healing. Same thing with Baptiste, you know? Yes, he does a lot of healing, but he actually needs to hit it. His healing is not just free, you know? He has to land those nades, and it's actually pretty skilled nade. It's not easy to land a direct healing nade from Baptiste. Mercy, you can, if you land your shots, if you're a good aimer, you can kill people through Mercy healing, you know? Kiriko on release was broken as fuck. You cannot you cannot kill anything through her pocket, but now you can if you know how to aim. But Lifeweaver actually cannot kill anything, and the range it's like auto lock healing, and he can heal from a far away. Guys, I cannot express Lifeweaver. Everything about that character is stupid. Yet again, I'm gonna wrap it up here by saying the heroes that you should play and shouldn't play. As a support player, honestly, if you're playing Kiriko, you are a winner because Ana got nerfed. And Kiriko didn't get nerfed, in a way that meant 1 second, who cares? If you're a fucking Lifeweaver player, keep abusing that fucking character, you're gonna get free SR. Really, really massive L that Cassidy took. If you're a Sombra player, you're gonna fucking love that. Honestly, it's just, if you're a Sombra fucking player, big W to you. You are a winner. Definitely keep playing Sombra. Keep playing more Sombra. Honestly, this patch will be 10 times better even than the last patch, because you have faster EMP, and McCree, the one character that's actually good against you, is getting punished. They have extra 2 seconds. Easily to exploit now. And Doomfist gets nerfed. So yeah, keep that in mind. And the supports are getting nerfed. So Sombra is gonna be a very deadly character this season, and it's going to be really annoying to deal with. 12 seconds on an age. Definitely Sombra is a winner. Ana definitely is a loser. Baptiste, I feel like you will definitely notice the 2 seconds, but I don't feel like it will quote unquote kill the character. If you're an area player, your character will still be playable. Your character did not get, the character is not going to be dead. The primary fire is definitely a nerf that you will notice. It's a very significant nerf. You actually gonna have to aim way more than you're supposed to be. But your pylon, as long as you know where to position it, as long as you actually position it where it's so easy to position anyways, but as long as you actually position it in a way where the enemy team has completely no LOS, you will not feel any of the nerfs. And keep in mind, if you have the interact button set up, you can cancel. You can destroy your own pylon to get the 7 minute, I think it was 7-second cooldown instead of the 15-second cooldown. Definitely, Kiriko is a winner here. Yet again, you're gonna see less Anas. Orisa is a winner. Zarya is a winner. Queen is a winner. By the way, I haven't really talked about the life grip, how broken it is. One thing I will say, I'll just use that as an example to tell you guys how stupid that ability is. And I promise you, I will close my argument here and I'll wrap the video up. The reason why I hate Lifeweaver and the grip. Imagine if you're playing Queen, for example, or if you're playing Ramattra, you're using your ability to engage on something, okay? Now, as a tank player, your job is to bait out abilities from the supports and then go in, okay? So, Ana, for example, if you're playing Reinhardt, if you're playing Ramattra, if you're playing Diva, there is counter play to their play. If you play against Ana, You have to know when to go, and you can eat the sleep. You can block the sleep with the shield. You can eat the nade. You can block the nade. You can LOS the nade, and then commit. But Lifeweaver already is a defensive hero. He will not pull before you make a play. So Lifeweaver will always have that pull and cooldown. Will always have it in hand until you make a play. And then the one time you decide to make a play as a tank and get in there to get that kill to open up the fight, or even like if for example, if your Ana lands a nade on the tank or whatever, and your tank is like, okay, I'm gonna use my main ability, whether it's the shout or whether it's the charge and run, or whether it's like the nemesis form or matcha, you commit, you use that ability that actually makes you tanky. Okay, your ability, your main ability, you get in there and gets pulled out and life gripped by a cheap ability. It gets pulled out to safety, gets pulled up, healed up, and now you are the one who you're gonna find yourself overextended with no ability to get out because your entire team also committed on you. They used their abilities and cooldowns on you or on that person that got life gripped to commit and initiate, but it got life gripped, and now they countered, for example, they countered probably like what 3 or 4 abilities with one pull, and now they can go on you again and re-engage with their own abilities, and now you don't have ability, and by the time you get another ability, you probably have 3. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's more of a long ranting, venting, bitching video, but like I felt like I really needed to do it. I don't know how long this video is, but I probably did not expect it to be this long. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. But before I end the video, let me know what you think, and let me know if you agree or disagree with what I said. And yeah, I'll leave you guys to it, and I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. As I always say, like the video if you enjoyed, share with your friends, subscribe for more. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.